Hi, I'm Cheyenne Schroeder, Assistant Editor of the Hutchinson News. Today we're talking to candidates for different positions here in the state of Kansas that affect our readers. So go ahead and give me your name, where you're from, what you're running for.
I'm Jim Ward. I'm from Wichita, and I'm running for governor.
Okay, why governor?
I think that is the most important position to set a course to improve and make Kansas a better place to live.
Okay, so what's not working? What needs to be improved most in Kansas?
Well, I work in the legislature. I'm currently the minority leader, and I've watched the process work. I have an insider's knowledge with an outsider's expectation to make change. And I think, particularly since Governor Brownback started, there was a culture of you win, I lose. There's a zero-sum game. And in politics, that's not a good model. It should be much more, there's enough good to go around. If we do good policy, have good outcomes, then the politics will take care of themselves.
Okay, sure. Are there certain aspects that you would want to focus on as governor, in particular, specific changes that need to be made?
I want to make the economy of Kansas work for everyone, not just the 1 or 2% at the top. Mm-hmm. My daughter just got a job after graduating the University of Kansas in Denver. I'm very proud of her. But I really wish she could have found that same kind of career opportunity and excitement here in Kansas, whether it be Wichita, Kansas City, Hutchinson. And that's what we have to do. We have to build an economy in Kansas that keeps our talented young people here, lets businesses stay here, grow, expand, and attract new businesses.
Okay, sure. And along with that is the economy the end all there, or are there other aspects that also need a little bit of assistance, or is helping one going to help others?
I think the economy is driven by a good education system. We don't have mountains or oceans, but what we can attract business and make businesses want to grow here is we have an incredibly creative and hardworking workforce that's well educated. We have to continue to invest in that education so that that foundational block is there. I think we have to do things in terms of partnership. We can't do things like we did them 10 or 15 or 20 years ago. We have to use the technology we're using today to communicate with people. Whether it be telemedicine, which is a fancy way that says I could get a specialist to help my primary care physician examine and diagnose me, even though that specialist doesn't live in Hutchinson. I think those kinds of things, we have to break down those silos that prevent that kind of interaction. You look at education. You're in high school, you may be really good at math and ready to move to a college level. We do some of that now, but we need to integrate college and high school more instead of these silo kinds of things. We have to use technology better.
Okay. Now, in this particular race, voter apathy has always been an issue, but are there certain things that you're doing to improve voter turnout?
I think the most important thing you can to get people interested to come out and spend time voting is talk about issues they care about. We tend to talk about issues that make us comfortable as candidates. We have to meet the voter where they're at. And the better we are at talking to voters about what they care about. As I go around Kansas, gun safety is a big issue. A lot of questions about what, I talk to high school kids, and their biggest concerns are what kind of college are they going to get into? How much is it going to cost? The average kid graduating from college in Kansas has $27,000 of debt. Those kinds of concerns. If we don't talk about those kinds of issues, then there's no reason they don't think it matters in their life. And that's, I think, the biggest tool to get voter participation up.
Okay, now we've got a lot of good ideas here, but it's very difficult to implement a lot of changes without cash behind it. Tell me a little bit about how you see funding working in Kansas, taxes, that kind of thing.
Two things. There's a lot of things the governor can do that don't cost any money. You can appoint qualified, talented people that are committed to the agency's mission. I'll look for a good example is the Department of Children's and Family. They've had a horrible track record over the last 6 or 7 years because they don't have a staff that's committed to the children that are in their custody, abused and neglected children. We need to do that. A governor can use the bully pulpit to move people and persuade people to move forward. I do think we need to make sure we have a solid revenue stream that keeps us fiscally responsible and that we can meet the needs of the essential services that people depend on.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
You bet. Thank you.
And thank you for watching.